Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Muhammad Hussain Akunda, assistant teacher English, Jubaida High School, Ashikpur, Tangail. The whole world is going through a critical moment. Bangladesh is not an exception to this. You know, the coronavirus or COVID-19 has grasped the whole world, and our beloved Bangladesh, our beloved motherland, is not an exception to this. All the people are very much feared, and students cannot attend their classes in the school. In this situation, our education department of Tangail has taken an initiative to take classes online, and as a part of this, I am going to take a class of class 9 and 10. It is an important part of first paper, that is graph and chart. Today I want to discuss about graph and chart, and I want to show how a student can write or how a student can produce a graph or describe a graph himself or herself. So dear student, have a look to the graph. This is a graph. It is a column graph. There are various kinds of graphs like pie chart or line chart or column chart. It's a column chart, and in most cases in the exams the column charts are very common, I think. The present world is concerned about COVID-19, so I have taken the subject as COVID-19. The heading of this graph is that conditions of different countries due to COVID-19. Dear student, you know, every graph has three parts. If you describe a graph, then there will be three parts. At first, the first part is beginning, then the middle and the end. What do we say or what do we write in the beginning? In the beginning, we can just write the introduction of the graph. In the middle, it may be called the body of the graph. It is the most important part. It is the most important part because the student have to highlight and summarize the graph in this part, and the whole description of a graph may be given or should be given in this part. So it is the most important, the middle and the end. In the end, there may be a conclusion. There may be a conclusion, and in the conclusion they can decide or they can give a solution. They can give something like that, at the end there will be the bottom line of the graph. So dear student, now I just show how can we describe or we write a graph. At first, we have to give a deep look on the graph. How many things, how many components, and how many types of information are there in the graphs is very necessary. In the graph, we can see two colors, and two colors are showing different informations. The green color shows the recovery, and the red color shows the death rate. And the heading is that the condition of different countries due to COVID-19. And there are some countries like Bangladesh, India, Iran, Spain, Italy, and US. And the components are measured in 10K, that means 10,000, 20K, 30K, 40K, and 50K. So, dear student, what should we do first? In the beginning or in the first part, we have to say like that: the chart or the graph is about, or the chart or the graph describes the conditions of different countries due to COVID-19. It may be the heading, and I tell you before that the first part is like introduction. and we just give the introduction. And in the second part, we first summarize and highlight the graph. We can first highlight, then summarize, or we can also first summarize, then highlight. What is highlight? Highlight may be what is the top position in recovery, what is the lowest position in recovery, at the same time what is the highest position of death rate, or what is the lowest position of death rate. It may be the highlight. And what is the summary? Summary may be a continuous flow of information, like Bangladesh, in Bangladesh 0.3k people recovered from COVID-19. On the other hand, 0.02k people died due to COVID-19. So, dear student, following the same steps, we can say in India, in Iran, in Spain, in Italy, in USA, and we just give the vivid description of the chart. And finally, we can highlight them like that. Due to COVID-19, the highest amount of people died in Italy, and it is 17.1,000. On the other hand, the highest amount of people, highest number of people recovered from COVID-19 in Spain, and it is 48.02,000. So, dear student, it may be the description, the summarize, or the highlighting things. And there is the last part. In the last part, we have to say something like that, which conclude the whole graph. After we just measure, or we just think about the whole graph and say a bottom line about this. What is the bottom line? What may be the bottom line, or what should be the bottom line of this graph? This graph contains some information like that some countries are infected by COVID-19, some countries are recovered, and if we clearly examine the whole graph, we can see the maximum people recovered from the COVID-19 and less people died due to COVID-19. So the bottom line can be the conditions of countries of the world are not so good, but it is a matter of joy that maximum people recovered from COVID-19. So, dear student, if we want to make a successful graph, if we want to produce a successful graph or describe a graph, we should remember three things. As I told you, like first the beginning, the middle or body, and the end. So, dear student, if we practice more and more, and if you follow this method, I think you will be helpful. It will be helpful for you. The method will be helpful for you to compose or to describe a graph successfully. Thank you, dear student. And after finishing my class, I want to say you stay home and stay safe. Thank you very much. Thank you all.